that's the only audio I need to add to the game. The next thing to do is actually to make the game, because I don't really have a game yet. So I created a new scene in Unity and started laying out the map. My idea was to have the game take place on the street of a town, and then the enemies would just be walking along the street while the players pummeling them with rocks. And why are they being pummeled by rocks, you might be wondering? Well, I'll leave that one up to the player. I don't really know. But now that I have the layout of the map finished, I just need to add some life into it. So I went back into Blender and I made a pretty simple looking tree, and okay, I don't think it's supposed to do that. So after fixing that issue, I just placed a bunch of trees around the level, then I added some basic textures to the ground, and then added a skybox. And the level is already looking really good. Now I just need to add a car model, house model, and fence model. And I started by working on the car
Wait, he
model,
left.
and I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out, except for some reason
He
I
left, bro.
excluded it with the wrong colors.
But I'm just gonna wait for another person.
How that's even possible, but I mean, what can you do?
I'm waiting for another
It's a lot
person.
easier than making the car. And all I ended up doing was creating a cube in Blender, and I painted over top of it. And as you can tell, I am an extremely talented artist. And then for the fence, all I had to do was copy paste a rectangle a few times. So then I added all these models, and now the game is actually looking really good. Now, to add the gameplay, I've said that I want the enemies to walk along the street, but on its own, that's a little too long. So instead, I want to have a wave system. I started by adding a big block of text from the sky that will tell you what wave you're on. And then I made a button that will trigger the first wave and start the game. And then now comes the complicated part of actually making the enemies move. I mean, it's probably not complicated, but again, I have no idea what I'm doing. But after days of work, I finally got everything working. So now I just add some workers, guys, and everything should be working. They should just be walking past each other, and so maybe it's not working perfectly. But after a bit of time, I eventually got them working properly. Then I just added 2 more waves.
Alright, like that, I
every
restarted
enemy in
my
turn wave,
game.
and now I have a completely new wave. But I still don't have any way for the game to end. Once you beat wave 3 or run into rocks, nothing happens. I have a couple of ideas on what to do after either one of those scenarios happens. I started by working on what would happen if you won, which is actually pretty easy to do because the game is always tracking how many enemies are in play, and this is how the game knows how to transition to the next wave. So I can just use this to trigger a victory screen.
Wait,
Now,
there's
if you thought that victory
another.
screen was good,
I joined.
can promise that the loot
I joined the
screen
server.
is better. To track how many rocks are currently in place, I added a collision box inside of the room the player stands in. I set the collision box to be a trigger, and now I can count how many rocks the player has access to, which means that now I can add a loot screen whenever the player runs out of rocks. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of this. This is my greatest achievement right here. I also added a small delay when you throw out the last rock, so that the blue screen doesn't immediately trigger. And now the game is complete, and I have single-handedly saved the VR game industry. But there is one last thing for me to do, and that's to make a trailer and release the game. I want this trailer to be the most amazing, most impactful trailer you have ever seen. So I worked for minutes to make sure this trailer is the greatest thing you have ever seen. If you don't already want to play this game, this trailer will definitely convince you. Here it is.
Oh, you left.
Truly a masterpiece. But now with the trailer finished, it's finally time to upload the game. I decided to call the game Gunk, and if you're wondering why Gunk, well, it's because all the enemies have the word Gunk on their shirts. Okay, so the itch.io page is now up, and you can go download and play Gunk for free, which you better be happy about, because I could charge full price for this game, but I decided to make it free, because I'm a nice person. But anyway, if you enjoyed, make sure to download Gunk, and comment your favorite thing about the game, and no criticism or I will be. I'll see you in the next one.
Bro! Swear to God.
You all know it's simple games that jump over spikes, saws, and pizza. Well, today I gave myself the challenge to try and recreate Jumping in just 1 hour using the coding website Scrap. If you don't know what it is, it's pretty much the most basic programming website there is. It's basically designed for kids. But I have no coding experience at all, so I decided to bring my friend Polymars to do this challenge with me. If you don't know him, he's a YouTuber, so we have that in common. But he's also a really good coder and has made a ton of games. So you guys will find out who can make the better geometry dash. Anyways, I really do hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure to watch it to the end because it gets wacky and shocking. So, yeah, let's just get into it.
Alright, guys, see you later.